Thank you, Terry. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Nemirovsky, and I'm a principal consultant at ECI. I hope you've been enjoying our presentation and the summit so far. I promise to be brief, to the point, and also to show you something at the end that you may not have ever seen before. So, as far as I've been able to gauge speaking to everyone at the summit, you're all here because of one of three reasons. One, you have a successful data warehouse and you'd like to keep it successful, perhaps make it more successful. Your data warehouse initiatives have not been successful and you'd like to know how to make them successful next time round. Or you don't have a warehouse currently and you want your first warehouse to be successful. Well, we heard Emmy speak about how poor data quality results in poor decision making, and Terry mentioned how reliable and repeatable reporting is needed in all organizations. So let's delve a little bit further into the data quality issue itself and why we think it's relevant for this summit. At ECI, we believe data quality is the priority, and data warehouses are a perfect platform for data quality management. We have been involved with many information management initiatives over the last 16 years, and we've noticed a trend for success. Successful organizations make data quality a priority. So what does that really mean? Well, organizations must understand how important the health of their data is. You wouldn't agree to an operation on yourself with inaccurate or incomplete data, would you? Imagine if you later found out that you were incorrectly diagnosed and didn't need the surgery in the first place. It's an extreme example of putting your life at risk because of bad data, and it may not be a matter of life and death to your organization, but it does pose a significant threat. More and more companies and government organizations are learning that poor data quality is damaging their ability to support business processes, comply with regulations, and make accurate decisions. Data quality initiatives must have stakeholder buy-in from day one. Both business and IT must invest resources into dealing with data quality issues. You must continue to keep your stakeholders engaged throughout the whole life of the project, and do not be afraid to let them be involved in the design phases. No matter how many times we repeat ourselves, it is a key to your success. In a recent Bay Network survey of over 400 various sized organizations all over the world, the top two concerns for executives were increasing confidence in their information for decision making and improving data quality. Almost 70% of surveyed organizations knew they had experienced data quality issues in the last 3 years, and I bet the other 30% just didn't know they were having them. So the issues they were experiencing were poor data quality, incomplete or not enough data, lack of metadata, and misinterpreted information. To give you one specific example of one of our clients, we were asked to come in and review and possibly deduplicate some address data. There weren't that many addresses in this source system. There were only just over 7,500. But what was astonishing was that we uncovered over 1,200 different patterns of addresses. And I don't know if you've ever tried to write some code that catered for that many patterns. Not an easy task. Nowadays, we do have some advanced technologies that help you with all of that. And after about 2 weeks, we helped them identify just fewer than 2,500 duplicates in those 7,500. So that's a third of their addresses were duplicates. Now, it may be a small number of addresses, but the financial value that was attached was substantial. I was pretty astonished when I saw those figures. And even though most business leaders understand the need for better data quality, they're not often sure how to achieve it. So it's become clear that an investment with people and infrastructure must be made to ensure measurably acceptable data quality. So, how do you do that? How do you ensure your data quality? So, having a clear understanding of customers, partners, and suppliers can mean the difference between growing a business and failing to compete. Critical initiatives for warehouses, compliance, master data management will simply not succeed unless the quality of data in systems is clearly understood and actively managed. Your bad data is like a virus. Virus is small, yet if left unchecked, undetected, misdiagnosed, it can spread and become crippling to its host. Imagine that one of your core systems contained unchecked or inaccurate data. The data might start out as part of your MDM system, but it may end up being used by other systems, data warehouses, BI systems, trading partner subsidiaries, regulatory reporting staff, to make essential business decisions, and that data can cripple an organization. In 1996, Ralph Kimball wrote an article called Dealing with Dirty Data. I'm just going to segue to give some kudos to Bill. Bill, we still love you. And at ECI, our thing is a single view of your business information, and that aligns with your single version of truth. But according to Kimball's article, his points, the article was written 15 years ago, but his points are still valid today. And at ECI, we still use these principles when dealing with cleansing data. So he declares there are six steps to cleanse your data: elementizing, standardizing, verifying, matching, identifying, and or householding, and documenting. Now, I'm not going to go into each of these steps, but we have been executing this method for a while, and it works. The only difference now is that some of the new tools, they do have some nifty features, like easily trending your data quality metrics over time, and these days you don't even have to be technical to do that. And the tools allow for flexible distribution, and you can get your reports on any of your devices. So we believe that data quality management initiatives and data warehouses go really well together, like rosemary and lamb. We think the data warehouse is an ideal platform to start a data quality initiative. So your data warehouse must make imperfect data available to show your organization how valuable the perfect data would be. It's somewhat of a paradox, but it is very effective. Once your data warehouse is built and established, the issue of data quality does not go away. The data warehouse is downstream of most other systems and applications, and as such suffers the data quality problems that are accumulated along the information chain. So if you want your organization to keep reaping the benefits of reliable business intelligence, forecasting and analysis, ongoing data quality management and monitoring has to be high on the agenda. With this in mind, the data warehouse offers an ideal platform for which to initiate an enterprise data quality program that will benefit the entire organization. So, how can bad data actually cost you anything? Well, in terms of sales and marketing, bad data quality can lead to a low customer satisfaction. Each time your customers call, they might have to correct their own details. There may be a lot of duplicates in your data. When your customers call, your call center staff end up creating another duplicate in there rather than finding the correct customer. Many address change requests can be hard to track and result in duplicates. And another cost associated to sales and marketing is when there is no trust in reporting. It's going to be a common theme. Now, I don't know about you, but I have seen hordes of time spent justifying whose metric or whose warehouse is correct. Finance is another area where poor data quality can cost you. Does anybody here have budgets that take forever to get right? The delays are usually caused when people's numbers are not lining up. There can be huge discrepancies with budget and actual figures. Without naming names, we were involved with a large reconciliation project where one of our clients' figures were out by about $40 million on a good week and $400 million on a bad week. And again, finance, I think, is another area where trust can be a major concern. If your business involves supply chain, then out-of-stock situations can cost. If you have bad data quality, more often than not, your products themselves may end up being of lower quality. And supply chain businesses also suffer from no trust or agreements in their reporting. And of course, your IT department also suffers at the hand of poor data quality. The most common thing we've seen is that large IT projects fail because of poor data quality and its management. This area, again, just like the other three, suffers when there is no trust. If it occurs, adoption of new systems does not go well. New applications end up having a low usage rates, and your employees go back to doing things in the old way. So without accurate data, none of us, including any staff or senior management, can make educated decisions or manage risks. Not having accurate and timely data puts us all at great risk from both an operational and reputational perspective. Some organisations have tried to address the data quality problem, and to their credit, they have created pockets of clean data. However, this is not enough. We must have clean data throughout the organisation. And one key to success is that your data quality management initiative, a warehouse in this case, requires quantifiable results in a short time frame. The whole management process must be documented and policies created that are endorsed by management, again bringing back the issue to stakeholder buy-in. I'll leave you with one small major international success story about data quality, about British Telecom. They managed to save over $1.1 billion using data quality improvements to drive their bottom line impact. Okay, so Evan, can we dim the lights? So now it's time to show you something that you may not have ever seen before. It's something I like to call ECI's Data Quality Magic Show. So here in my pocket, I have a magic white ball. And this ball represents your organization's data. It's nice, it's white, it looks clean, but this beautiful clean piece of data gets thrown around. So here it gets thrown around some other source systems, and here it goes getting thrown around again. Oh, there it's in a data store there, and once more, someone's Excel spreadsheet. And sometimes your data goes through some nasty processes, and sometimes your data goes through some horrible processes. Right? Now, these days, your data does get thought about sometimes, but usually it does go in one ear and out the other. And the problem is, each time you work it out, another data quality issue appears, and then you work that one out, and then another one appears. So, the main thing we want to leave you with is that the cycle goes on and on. And data quality management is an ongoing battle, and unfortunately there is no magic trick to getting it right. It takes good people, processes, and policies, and the trick is getting the right people. So data quality tools are often believed to be magic, and especially by salespeople, but the tools are not the magic that you need. It's the process, policy, and people. Even the best data quality methodologies are nothing without the people behind them. And an organization's data quality initiative, to be successful, the people must be involved and united by trust and collaboration. They need to be guided by an adaptive methodology, and they need to be enabled by advanced technology. But just like all technology, data quality tools are only enablers. Data quality tools provide people with the capability for helping solve and tracking data quality problems, but it's the people, policy, and process, not the tools, that solve your data quality problems. So that's the end of our presentation, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and we've got some time for questions. We're out of time. Such a shame. Come and see us at our booth. We're happy to answer any of your questions.
Would you thank the team?